We've had our share of good times and laughs, and our share of trouble. I never thought he'd settle down, but the minute I saw him with Addison, I knew he was a goner. Patrick lifts his glass toward us both. To Addie and Gabriel, long life. My eyes scan the restaurant and land on Darcy. Her glass is lifted, but her smile seems forced, and her eyes are sad. We all raise our glasses and sip. Gabriel's sister, Haley, is my maid of honor, but she cannot regale the crowd with stories of our shared past because, like Gabriel, she's only known me for 6 months. Despite the festive mood around me, darkness descends again, and I feel hollow. Gabriel seems to sense my mood shift and squeezes my hand under the table, then leans over and whispers, "You all right?" I squeeze back and force a smile, nodding, willing the tears not to fall. Then Gigi gets up and takes the microphone from Patrick. I may have only known Addison for a couple of years, but I couldn't love her anymore. When she came into our lives, it was the biggest blessing we could have asked for. She looks at me. You're like a daughter to us, and Ed and I are so happy for you. To new beginnings. I know she's trying to make it right for me, but it's hard to toast to new beginnings when they're all I have. I do it anyway because I love her too, and because she and Ed try to be the parents that I don't have. Ed will give me away at the wedding, and while I'm grateful to have him, I can't help but worry that I have a father somewhere wondering what happened to me. That's what makes it so impossible for me to fully embrace anyone with my whole heart. What if my parents are out there somewhere, mourning for me, agonizing over what's happened to me, or thinking I'm dead? Or even worse, what if there is no one looking? The doctors have told me that I have to be patient, that memory is a tricky thing. The more I try to force it, the more elusive it becomes. I have no real clues to my identity, no identification, no cell phone containing pictures or contacts. My body, on the other hand, shares some clues. The jagged scars that tell their own story. Just not to me.
2. Julian. Julian Hunter had been melancholy all day. Another wedding anniversary coming up in a few months, and only memories of happier times to comfort him now.
Tell me again about the day you and Mommy got married, Daddy.
Valentina snuggled closer to Julian and rested her head against his chest. She smiled broadly at him, her green eyes fringed by thick lashes that were as raven black as her hair. He leaned down to kiss the top of his 7-year-old daughter's head. The familiar feeling of loss swept over him again, but he swallowed and began. It started out as a beautiful November day filled with sunshine. We got married right here in the house, in the grand living room. Mommy wouldn't let me see her or her wedding dress before the ceremony. She said it was bad luck. Julian smiled as he remembered how adamant Cassandra had been, insisting upon staying apart the morning before the ceremony. "You don't really believe in bad luck, do you?" he'd asked her, and she'd looked at him, her eyes wide, and said she was just being cautious. Julian considered himself a rational man of science, and his career in medicine had shown him that luck had nothing to do with the course of people's lives. But he decided to humor her.
Daddy, keep going.
Valentina pushed against him. Right. So, it was a very small wedding, with just a few of our friends and your grandfather. A young music student from the university played her cello as Mommy came into the room and walked toward me.
Did she look beautiful?
Yes, Valentina. She looked very beautiful. An image from that day filled his head. Cassandra, standing for a moment at the arched entrance to the room, in a high-necked, long-sleeved sheath that skimmed her slender figure and then fell straight to the floor. She smiled.